everybody, it's Sherry with Cards and More by Sherry. I'm bringing you a little altered tag project today, and this is also going to be part of the Love Summer Art movement going on right now on YouTube. Again, if you go into the search bar above the video and put in hashtag Love Summer Art, you're going to pull up a lot of really marvelous creative content. Today I'm making a patriotic tag, and of course here in America we think of the 4th of July during the summer and patriotism, and something this country needs more of, in my personal opinion. But this is also going to be used not only for the Love Summer Art, but over on my blog once a month I host an altered tag link-up party. And coming up on Tuesday the 21st, I'll be posting the link party for July, and it's for Patriotic Tag. So I thought I would go ahead and tape this, and if anyone's interested in joining, by all means, all the information will be below for my blog where to come over and link up, and we'll have a great time. I'm working with these number 5 shipping tags. I think I got these at Office Depot or Staples or somewhere, and I'm working with 2 of them because I'm not sure which way I want to go. I've got one that hasn't had any prep work done to it, and I have one that has a light coat of gesso put on it, and I'm going to do them both, do the backgrounds on both, and see which I like better. I'm going to work with some dilution sprays. Whoops, sorry, I just wiggled the camera all to pieces. I also have this old Stampin' Up! Stamp, God Bless America, with the little flag on it. I've got a little background script stamp. This is the Recollection ones I got at Michael's. I also have just a piece of, this is my Nina white cardstock that I'm going to transcribe out the opening bars of Star Spangled Banner to be on here, rather than print something out that might bleed because I have an inkjet printer. I'm just going to use my micron pens, and I'm going to write out the staff and the notes on that one. So we'll do that while these dry. So I'm just going to try to hit these with some, I have the Postbox Red and the London Blue ink sprays, Dilutions ink sprays. I'm hoping I don't get too much of a purple mix because, as you all know, red and blue make purple. So we'll work with these a little bit, kind of let them dry a little bit in between. Get me some paper towels out here ready. And then I also have a little bottle of water here that I'm going to help to mix some stuff around. You see me shake that. You absolutely don't have to do that with these. I'm just so used to working with metallic sprays that you have to shake up. But obviously you don't have to do this here. So I think I'm going to hit these first with water, just a bit, just to give the ink somewhere to go. I have a fan going in my room. I'm going to probably be sorry that I do, because I'll probably have spray go everywhere. That's the wrong lid. There we go. Alright, then let's spray this just a little bit more to get it moving around. Gosh, that's rich saturated color. And of course they act a little bit different on the gessoed surface. Not nearly as absorbent. And let's bring in another one here just to pick up some of this color. Hate to let that color go to waste. Okay, that's nice. Let's hit this with the heat gun just a smidge. Like I said, I don't want to get a whole lot of purple. Alright, let's try a little bit of blue on here and see if we can keep it from mixing too much. Ooh, not bad. Let that move a little bit. I think that's going to work. Blot some of this extra off the edge here. Make sure to get that to run. I'm trying to make sure it runs the opposite direction and not into my red. And you see on this one that I've gessoed, and you can see the brush strokes of the gesso through it. Kind of gives it an added textural bonus. I'm just going to let those alone. Oh, hey, I made black. Awesome. That's okay. That would make a neat Christmas tag. Here's another one. I'm not liking where those are going, but that's okay. I can do something with those too. Okay, I'm going to wipe this up and let those dry. And I'll write out my music score real quick. I'm working on freezer paper, by the way. I don't have one of those fancy schmancy craft mats. And this works just as fine. This is just, I think it's the Reynolds brand. This freezer paper, you buy it in a great big roll at, I bought mine at Walmart. It's kind of expensive to buy the box of it, but pretty hands. It's a big box. So I'm using my Micron Pigma pens. I'm just going to draw out a quick staff lines here. I don't know if you are interested in seeing what I'm doing here, but I'll zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so we have and that's all I'm going to do, just the very beginning here. Just, oh, say, can you see? And we'll tear this out and add it onto our tag. So the theme for my tag swap is patriotic, and I have folks that participate that are in other countries, and so it doesn't have to be something U.S. It doesn't have to be something 4th of July, just something that means to you personally something patriotic. All right, that'll work. Okay, so these are the two primary tags that I worked with. I'm kind of liking this one better because the colors are not muted. With the gesso background, the colors got kind of muted here. Kind of like this one a little better, and I have kind of an inadvertent little streak through here because I think of the Star Spangled Banner, and you know, when it's sung and say at the baseball game and there's fireworks and things like that. So that's what's making me think of that. What I'm going to do now is do a little stamping. I'm not going to do a whole lot to this tag. I want it fairly simple. I thought I had some like some little stickers of flags, but I can't find them. So I'm going to take my jet black archival ink. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to spritz this with water. Just to get some more stuff happening here. And let that sit for a minute. And because these dilution inks are so reactive, then you can come in and pick some of that up. Except it didn't very much. Let's go with some bigger droplies. Droplies, yes, that is a word. You can also do what's called ghost stenciling, and you can put a stencil over this and spray and let it sit for a minute and then wipe that off, and that'll give you a ghost basically of what the stencil was, because wherever you hit it with that water, it's going to pull up the ink. That's it for a second. So grab some distress ink and if I find it, Baby Blue Jeans color. By the way, I do carry some of the distress inks in my shop. Take a little bit of this while our water's still working over here. And just kind of ink up these edges a little bit. The thing you have to remember about when you work with distress ink and the dilution sprays is that they will continue to be water reactive even after they dry. Alright, so I just put a little edge around there with the ink. Now, let's go back to this because I can see that the water's doing its work now. Oh yeah, there we go. And blot that off. See how that pulls that ink right up off there? And gives you some, without having to do texture paste or gel or anything like that, you've got that look. In fact, I may do some more. Just a little bit more. Let that sit a tiny little bit. And then what I'm going to do is just take some of my stamps, and this is going to be fairly single-dimensional. Single-dimensional? Is that a term? It is now. I don't necessarily want a whole lot of texture, built-up texture, or make this a real heavy tag. I want to give it that look that it's got that, but I don't want to actually do it. And this is also just kind of to help folks realize that you don't necessarily have to have all those spiffy products, the molding paste, the texture gel, all that kind of stuff. You can get kind of the same look with other things. Now see, because I didn't let those sit quite as long, the amount of ink that it pulled isn't quite as much, and I like that because that gives that yet another layer. We have these that pulled up almost all the ink, and then the other ones that didn't pull quite as much. Alright, now we'll take our archival ink pad. Let me think about, I'm going to run this up the side like this. And I want this to be seen, let's go, I may have to rescore this smaller because that's kind of bigger than I wanted. Because I'd like for this to actually be seen that it says God Bless America on it. We're going to ink this up. Let's have a low spot in it. And that center does not want to ink on this stamp pad. There we go. I think it'll show better down here, so let's stamp it down towards the bottom. See how much we got. Oh, that's good. That's good. A little crooked, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's the look that I wanted. Then I'm going to take this script stamp and just lightly put some of that here and there. Not a lot. Again, just giving it that look that you've done some of that other highfalutin stuff without actually doing it. This is kind of the equivalent of like when you make a single layer card. We're trying to do just almost a single layer tag here. Clean those later. Alright, so we have the flag down here at the bottom and some text stamping. Again, I'm going to wipe this just a little bit so I don't pick it up on everything else. I'm going to just lay this across here so I don't get in it. I think I'm dirty enough right now, don't you guys? Okay, then I think what I'll do, well, there's a good idea. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Is if I put this on the upper part and I trim it so that it matches the contour of the tag, I think that would be a good idea. Because then it's still going to fit, and I'm still going to see my flag, which is what I want. So, then we'll just re-ink those edges. Turn that down a little bit more so that it actually fits inside the edge of the tag. Try that on for size. Yep, that's good. And I can always just punch a hole there for where the string would go in. In fact, what I may do is just draw that around there. Take some smaller detail scissors. See if that fits. Look there. Right. So let's re-ink those edges. Should have enough already on my. That needs to be a little bit darker to blend in. Again, this is for a swap over on my blog. We also have a Google Plus community. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. It's for a link up party on my blog. And I also have a Google Plus community where we swap tags. There we go. That's going to work. Then I would like to splatter this a little bit, but I think this is too intense of a color to use. I'm trying to think what else I might have that might work. Maybe I'll just leave it. I think I'll take one of my Lindy stamping sprays. This one that's called Opal Sea Oats. It's kind of not really a tea stain, but it kind of gives that look. Plus, it's got that lovely shimmer that the Lindys have. And I think I'll just give this a light spray just to kind of give this a bit of an aging. We'll block that a little bit. I might have got plumb carried away, but that's alright. It's all okay. So that's going to mute that, but still give it, I don't know if you, yeah, you can see the shimmer. This is one of the Starburst sprays. And then that blends in a little bit better. Plus has a shimmer. Can't go wrong. And what I think I'm going to do is take my Signo Uniball pen, my white pen, and I may do some outlining down here with my flag. Just on one side of these stripes. Just to give a little definition and pop off this red background a little bit and give that hint of that red, white, and blue. Okay, kind of lets those pop up off there a little bit more. Then, to give the indication of the stars on the field here, I'm just going to put some dots, maybe. Get my pen going here on my finger. A little pop of white always kind of brightens things up, draws just a little bit of attention to things without having to do a whole lot. Alright, there we have the white dots. Then where the heart is, I believe that I will take some burgundy. Oopsie. That's pink, that won't work. I don't know, this stuff's pretty old. This is from Stampin' Up! It's called Dazzling Details. It's in called Cherry Cobbler. It's like Stickles. I just don't know how well it's going to work. But we're going to make it work. One of my favorite tools to use in any crafting, my thumbnail. I want to make this be a little bit straighter edge here, so I'll come in with my thumbnail, kind of clean that up. Now this, as you know, if you've used any of this kind of stuff before, it takes a little while to dry, so you want to be sure you don't get into it. Looking around the edge of my tag, I want to see how much room I have to work with. I think what I'd like to do is just run a light line. Get my pen going again. Just kind of a squiggly line with some kind of hashtaggy things every now and then along the edge. I know you guys have seen me do more involved projects than this, but sometimes it's fun to do something that's quick and easy, but you still get a really nice result that looks like that you did, you know, a lot more than what you really did do. Come up here around the top. And that just gives that a little bit of a frame. We need more patriotism in this country right now, folks. It makes me sad to see things that are going on right now. Line that up with that hole. And you know what? I kind of like that as it is. I really don't think I want to add anything else to it. You come up here a little closer to the camera. Of course, when this dries, that'll be the kind of the standout point on there. We have the opening bars of the Star Spangled Banner, some script in our flag, and God Bless America. I got some sparklies right there, but that's okay. And you know what? I think that's all I'm going to do. I like it like it is. I don't think it needs a whole lot more, honestly, in my opinion. So there we have it. I'll add some ribbon and stuff up here and probably a little bead dangle. And I'll add some pictures of the finished project in at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this little quick and easy down and dirty tag. Hope you have a lovely day. God bless America. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.